What's up, besties? It's your mother. I am so excited to see you. I've missed you. I love you. All of the good things. If you want to come see me on the road, please do. I don't know when this episode is going to come out because I'm not an adult and I don't have a plan. But check out my dates at BrittanySchmitt.com, BrittanySchmitt.com. And then also check out Raina Greenberg's dates because I am on most of those with her. DM me if you have any questions. I would love to see you on the road. We are going to get right into this episode with my friend, comedian, podcaster, all around psychopath, Gabby Lamb. I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I did. What meds are you on these days?
Are we rolling?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. What meds am I on these days? I'm on Lexapro.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Forgot to take it last night.
I forgot to take it today. Do you have any on you? That's why I was asking.
No,
That's why I started with that question.
Do you get the brain zaps when you miss it?
No, not if I miss it for a day. If I miss it for like 3 days.
Mine sets in like immediately.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't get the brain zaps, but I just don't want to be depressed today. And I was like driving over the hill and I was just like, Gabby's probably got Lexapro.
Not on me.
Damn.
I know. Sorry. How many milligrams are you on?
5.
Baby.
I'm
trying to go up. I'm on 10, but I'd like to
never feel your clit again.
I'd like to never feel. It's like I already know what it feels like.
Yeah,
I don't need to.
It's honestly, feeling my clit didn't help me not want to kill myself. So
No.
it's like, yeah, I'd rather just have like a jackhammer for a vibrator than.
Fine, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So you're on Lexapro and what else?
We're on Lexapro. We as in all of my personalities. So we've got Lexapro, 10 milligrams, would like to up it. Gabapentin at night, would like to get off of it, don't feel like going through withdrawals. So staying on it.
Gabapentin, isn't that just for anxiety?
Yeah.
If you up the Lexapro, you should be fine because Lexapro's for anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
Biggie's on gabapentin.
A lot of animals are.
Yeah.
A lot of my cats have it too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're on gabapentin.
Remember when you did a GoFundMe for your cats and then you got lip filler?
No, I used it for my cats. I would never do. You are trying to drag my pussy through the fucking mud, dude. I would never. I rebuke that. I remember I got, oh my God.
Got so, okay, I'm not saying you actually did it, but you did get smoked. Dude, you got smoked.
What do you mean?
So many people were like, did she just start a GoFundMe for her cats and then go get new lips?
I don't remember that.
You don't?
No.
Oh, well, maybe it was happening behind your back. People were saying
it must have been because my cat got fucked up and I got.
It was just Brittany telling everyone that.
Yeah, I guess it was just you, dude. I didn't hear that. People were so sympathetic. They were like, oh my God, Miss P. That was the worst time. But I did not get lip filler with it. Okay. I used it to pay off all of the stupid vet bills, which were so expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vets don't give you room to save the money, you know?
They really don't give a fuck. They're like, if your animal's dying here, it's $10,000.
Sorry, it's $10,000. Yeah. It was all of the money I got immediately had to just go to her.
Yeah.
And then it was fine.
How's she doing?
She's great.
Keeping you up at night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She lost her voice after all of that, but she's fine. So
well, that's kind of nice.
It's cute. When she meows, it's like that. She goes, ah.
Oh.
She opens her mouth and just, that's her meow. So.
Oh, we can cut that. We don't have to put that in.
No, I like that. Because you know what? Maybe if I didn't use all that money to get lip filler, she'd have her meow back.
Maybe you shouldn't let her get some lip filler.
I should get her lip filler.
You should get Miss P some lip filler.
They are looking a little thin.
Yeah.
They are looking a little thin.
Oh my God. I just want to say, remember when I did this podcast before I had any followers during the pandemic?
Yeah.
You were my first guest. I was so excited.
And we were like very new friends.
Brand new. I had just met you and you came over and you were like hung over from New Year's Eve because I started it in the new year. You were hung over from New Year's Eve still and you had been doing Molly the whole night before. And I saw that video recently and I was like, damn, you look so good. Like your glow up from that moment to this one has been unbelievable.
I wish we had it to drop in or to pull up.
But
I guess
by side.
Yeah.
You're like,
I remember
you're on the couch like this and your like skin is gray.
My skin's gray.
And I was like, you might need to get sober. And you're like, I don't know. And then like a few days later you did.
Yeah. Did we? Okay, because we did that and then I was on your your podcast, your last podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah, where you almost got us. We almost lost our sponsors because of you.
Okay, are your listeners now like most of them?
I think some of them came from that, and
Yeah.
I think some of them are new. I think a lot of them dropped off because a lot of them were there for the duo.
Right, and that is what happens when you have a duo podcast. They pick sides, and then it just doesn't ever.
Yeah, it's not even that. I think there's something different about like the chemistry of two people bantering rather than just like me screaming into the ether.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. Like, I drank a cold brew before before my Christmas episode, holiday episode, whatever. And I was just talking really fast and every single comment was like, I think she's on coke. I think she started smoking crack. And I was like,
I wish.
I literally wish.
Because you're sensitive to caffeine.
I'm very sensitive.
And you weren't drinking it for a long time.
Yeah, I took a year off and then I always try and oh my god, Mike found it.
How did you oh my god, wait, okay, also not you dressed like a polar bear. Oh my god, wait, we look crazy different.
We both do.
Don't worry, this is a private video. It's not public.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, Mike.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Mike.
You look so Midwestern here.
I honestly look like I'm gonna try and convert you to Catholicism.
You look Jehovah's Witness. You look you look like a Christian nationalist.
And you look like I just plucked you out of a rave.
Absolutely. I look kind of homeless. Like I'm
you
in a
might
halfway
live
house.
in your car.
Which I probably did.
Wow, I didn't think I ever looked like that. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? I didn't think I ever looked like that.
Oh. This is stressing me out. But anyway, we had a fun time. We were kikiing.
This is stress. This is wild.
This is stressing me out. It's stressing me out that I thought that surfboard looked good next to that couch.
I'm fucking screaming. I know. I'm looking at my outfit and I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell?
I have no notes on my outfit.
A perfect outfit. You're right.
It's a perfect outfit.
But you know what? It's like in a couple years from now, I'll look back at this and be like, what the fuck was I wearing on this? You know, it's just always how it goes.
That's just how life goes. Life goes like this. You, in the moment, are like, I'm doing the best I can. I look as good as I can possibly look. 100%. I've never looked better. You have all the confidence in the world. And 100%. Then you look back at it and you're like, oh my God, I actually thought I looked good and I look like a fucking pumpkin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in college, did you go through a tanning phase in college?
First of all, didn't go to college. Thank you.
But
did I go through a tanning phase?
Did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school. I went to.
I don't know. You just got like.
No, I went to. I went to a theater school, which was whatever after high school. Which doesn't.
Just a guy with a stage in a backyard. Making you film things.
Yeah. Rashite.
It was porn.
Yeah. Doing Death of a Salesman in a guy's backyard. No,
in a bikini.
Yeah. I went through a huge tanning phase for like a decade, and it started in high school. And I remember just laying in my backyard, covered in baby oil.
Yeah.
And my mom would yell at me and be like, "You're gonna fuck your skin up and regret it one day. Look at my skin," because my mom's skin is. I don't even know how to really describe it.
Lots of melasma.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It looks like something not of this world. And she's...
My mom's skin is the same.
And that's because your mom is not of this world anymore.
She's a pile of ash.
And my mom probably has the same kind of...
Yeah.
It's probably the same
color.
Texture. Same color, same texture.
Yeah.
And she would be, look at my skin. You want to look like this? And I would go, oh, fuck you. I'm not going to look like you.
Yeah.
And
you old raggedy bitch.
I'll never look
you
like
old Raggedy Ann.
You old Raggedy Ann. Yeah. But
and then
I stopped because I was like,
I don't want to look like that.
Yeah. Years later. But you know.
But at least you were tanning in the sun. I was in tanning beds because I was in Wisconsin.
I did do tanning beds eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I did graduate to that. And it did give me a lot of melasma on my forehead. And I got like a sun mustache. You know?
A sun stash?
A sun stash. It fucked my shit up.
Yeah.
God.
But the things we did, I'm just, because that was a moment in time where I was like, I am the hottest bitch in every single room. And I would tan twice a day. And I looked back at a picture recently of me in college. I was orange.
Yeah, orange.
Yeah. I had no eyebrows and I had a beer belly. And I'm like,
that's a look, dude.
how was that the time in my life when I got the most dick?
Yeah.
Like,
that's so funny.
I think guys can just sense you're young and insecure and drunk, and they're like, yeah, we'll smash.
Yeah. And you also, because you have that fake confidence too.
Yeah.
So you're just like,
It's called tequila.
Yeah. And that'll get any guys, they fall for that so fast. They're like, whatever. Yeah.
Going after weak gazelles, not the strong ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Not the fastest one in the jungle.
Not the fastest. Yeah. The
High
picker off.
self-esteem's real tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. The orange, dude, I used to wear exclusively. I would tan. Also, by the way, tanning twice a day is insane. But I would do, the self tanners.
Oh yeah.
Only put it on my face.
Oh, good. That's a good look.
Only
like
put it on
Donald Trump.
Yeah, it was very Donald Trump.
You did the DT.
I definitely did, and I had I would wear the bright pink like sparkly lip gloss.
Okay.
So I had like frosted lips and raccoon black eyeliner.
Yeah.
And I remember in high school, guys, I found out that people were calling me Oompa Loompa behind my back. So
How'd that feel?
that's my trauma.
So that's my trauma.
So that's my trauma. Yeah. So that was my era of California girl.
Looking fucking rad.
Yeah, and also surprisingly enough, when I was fucking the most too.
Yeah. It's an age thing, I think.
Yeah.
You're just like young, dumb.
Young, tight.
Remember when?
Dude, I swear to God, I'm not tight anymore.
Have you done Kegel weights? Pussy weights?
No.
You need to start.
What do you do with the
At
weights?
this big age, you haven't done a single one?
I mean, I do I'll tighten my pussy muscles, but do you do it with actual weights?
Yeah, you put weights in. Okay, so you can order it. They're right there. The third
the
one.
yoni egg things?
Yeah, no, they're not. Kegel. And there's, okay, so the white one is the lightest. It was actually really funny. When I first got these, it was like 2018. I was married to Chris at the time. And you're supposed to start with the lightest and move your way up. But I was like, I've got a tight fucking pussy. So I started with like the heaviest one. And we didn't even make it out the door before it fell out. And it dropped down my pant leg and hit the ground. And Chris is like, not as tight as you thought.
That's so fucking funny.
To kill myself.
Wait, you put them in?
Yeah, you put them in and they hang, that little string hangs out like a tampon string, and you just leave them in throughout the day, and then your body is forced to keep it in because it's a weight. So it's, and then you move up in weight class. It's like UFC. It's like UFC for pussy muscles. Yeah. You move up in weight class until you've got, a pussy that feels like a Chinese finger trap.
I want that.
Yeah,
wait,
you got to start.
Wait. Hold on. This is blowing my mind because I know, because I'll sit around and just do the muscle contractions in my pussy.
Yeah.
You leave this in?
Uh-huh.
You
leave it in. You know what the hardest
thing is?
And when you go pee, it's going to want to pop out. And that's when you really have to
contract the muscles.
Contract the puss.
Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do them now?
Yeah. I have to. I have a 27-year-old boyfriend.
Oh my God. I
can't have a loose puss.
I got to get on this. Do they sell them at sex shops?
You can just get them on Amazon. It's probably Amazon Prime now. It'll be at your doorstep before you get home if you order it.
I'll have to ask my boyfriend to order them. I don't use Amazon. He's the one with the Amazon account.
Well, what do you mean you don't use Amazon? Are you the only person on the planet?
Yeah, I might be the only person on the planet. I don't use Amazon.
Okay.
Not because I'm raging against the system.
Right. It seems like you might be.
Yeah, it seems that way, and I wish it was because of that. But it's just because a couple of years ago I somehow fucked up an Amazon account, and it just never let me
go back in,
make another one.
Locked you out.
Yeah. So I'm
honestly, that's very Gabby Lab. You don't have any idea what you did. Yeah, it's either $45. I honestly should have gave you mine. I had an extra.
Dude, I would have taken
an extra set.
Wow.
I had an extra set. I just threw them in the street the other day because I'm moving. So I
threw them in the street. Lassoing it.
Literally like a rodeo clown.
Yeah.
And it just breaks a windshield.
So you start with the...
So you start with the white, and then you work your way up to the dark purple, and then, by the end...
Tightest pussy
on the block.
Oh my God. I actually had no idea.
Yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing. So women, if you're a little loose, and here's the thing, it's not even you're loose. It's just as you age, it's a muscles get weaker. We can work to tighten it. If you're a man and you have a small dick, that's it.
It sucks for you. Yeah.
It sucks for you. But for us, we can snatch that. We can tighten it up a little bit.
See, in my head, and this is how like much I don't understand female anatomy. In my head, I'm like, well, if you're sitting around with something in your pussy, isn't that just making your pussy looser?
No, because it's weighted, and so your pussy has to activate in order to keep it in.
And it's like I hear the words that you're saying, but it doesn't.
Hey, Gabby, this is most of our friendship.
It's
You're like,
not,
I hear the
and
words.
I hear you when I see you, but in my head, I'm still
In
going.
my head, I don't give a fuck.
In my head, I go, the science doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Mm-hmm. And listen, like there are some girls who just believe they're like born with a tight pussy and they're gonna have a tight pussy forever, and you know,
I was one of those, but now I know for a fact I'm not.
For a fact,
I know I'm not, and I'll tell you how I know this.
Yeah,
I'll tell you how I know if you were wondering.
Yeah,
because my boyfriend does have a big dick.
Congrats.
Yeah, and once we start having sex, I'm like, well, why does it feel like there's nothing in there? And I go, that's got to be my pussy. Because he has a big dick.
It's got to be a me problem.
It's got to be me problem.
Yeah. It's like throwing a fucking hot dog down a hallway.
It's starting to feel that way. It's starting to feel that way. So
it's time.
That's my sign.
It's time to start going to the pussy gym, babe.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a jarring feeling when you go, why do I feel... And you know what? Maybe it's an emotional thing. Maybe I just don't feel anything in my pussy because I've just numbed it.
Right. It might be
with
the
my
Lexapro.
own mind, but
it might be the Lexapro too.
Or I might just have a loose pussy.
You might just have a gaping.
Should we call my boyfriend? Hey,
quick question. You're on the podcast.
I remember I did ask him one time. I was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how loose am I? And he was like, you're a 5. You're a 5. And I was like, that's actually so bad. That's
you made the noise your cat makes when it tries to meow.
That's what he was doing. And he's like, no. And I was like, that's loose. And he's like, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that.
Well, it's good to know that you can find love with a loose pussy.
See, girls, you can.
See, girls,
it's possible.
You can find love.
It's possible.
You can find love with some flapping lips. Biggie, what do you want?
Not him quaking.
Not him quaking and staring at me.
And I'm literally wearing a period diaper right now. Look at this. Look at this.
I don't need to see it.
No, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Look at it.
Do you not believe in tampons?
No, I do. It's like I just sleep in a diaper. Okay, you see this?
Yeah, well, that's crazy. That's crazy. You just did that.
Yeah. And it smells.
Oh no! Maybe that's why Biggie's quaking. He's like, there's a dying animal in here.
It doesn't smell like period. They give it a scent. It's like a lavender scent, but it smells unnatural.
What's up, besties? I am here to tell you once again about Berber hair oil. Berber hair oil, you guys, has saved my life. Look at these hairs. I used to only have 4 and now I have about 44. And we keep going and my hair feels so healthy and so lush. And we just do this hair oil treatment twice a week. When it's the day before we wash our hair, we just do the dermaplaner and the oil and then slick back bun, leave it in for 24 hours and wash it out. And you will have the strongest, healthiest, loveliest hair. And you guys will thank me later. Go to Berber.com, BURBUR.com, use the code BRITT, BRITT, for 15% off your first order, and thank me later. Okay, bye. Our next sponsor, you guys, is A Life on the Lamb. You know them, you love them. The bone broth and the face cream have saved my life. The bone broth, I can't say enough about it, honestly. If I'm like midway through the day and I need a little something in my tummy, a little salty, like it feels like something, it doesn't feel like you're just drinking water. It feels, it's broth. It's like soup broth without all the chunks in it. Like, is that what we call soup? Chunks? Chunky soup?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
They market it completely around being chunky soup.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the chunky soup minus the chunks. It's just the broth. It feels great and it will heal you from the inside out. It's packed with nutrients and probiotics and all the good stuff for your gut. So go check out A Life on the Lamb, ALIFETH. We missed. Okay. Hang on. We'll start over. ALIFEONTHELAM.com. Use the code BRITLOVES10, BRITTLUVS Wow, I am short circuiting. The face fat is my favorite. I have had a bunch of you guys DM me that you love it so much, and it honestly in under a week is making you look younger and your skin plumper. And listen, it's got all that good stuff in it for your skin. It's going to help with collagen reproduction. It's going to help you look younger and feel better on those bare face, no makeup days. So go to alifeonthelamb.com, use the code BRITLOVES10 for 10% off your first order. Okay, thank me later. Goodbye.
You've never used the period diaper?
Baby girl, I've had an IUD for the last 10 years. I haven't had a period in 10 years.
I did not know that.
Except when I got it out to freeze my eggs, and then the periods I had were so unbelievable.
Yeah.
The person I became when I was PMSing and on my period, I'm like, it should be illegal to be a woman in society with a brain like this.
Yeah.
Like I was so unwell. Like somebody could do something. Like I was hooking up with a guy, I remember, and he
on your period?
No. I was PMSing.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, I was hooking up with this guy. It was not a serious thing at all. And we had a plan, and he canceled the plan, and he lived in Orange County. And I, in my head, had a legitimate thought. I should go to his house and burn it down. I was like, I'll show him.
What's wrong with that?
And honestly,
what's wrong with that? I hear no problem. I hear no issue.
I should go to his house, turn the oven on, walk out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just was like, yeah, no, I'm a threat to society if I have these hormones. And with the IUD, I get what I call my phantom period, where my tits get big and I get sassy.
Yeah.
But I don't bleed. I just know it would be my period if I didn't have a Tesla logo inside of me.
Right, and you do have the Tesla logo in you. So.
And I do. Wow. And I do.
Wow. I can't do it, dude. I'll never get it. I'll never do it.
You never have.
Never have. I'll never.
Is it like why?
It's the IUD specifically because it's a fear. It's a fear of the dilating. I can't. I'm just
like
can't
a cat.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do it.
Yeah. It's very painful to get in. You almost can't feel it when it comes out.
No.
Very painful to get in.
Absolutely not.
Like the way they're like, you're going to feel a little pinch, and then it feels like you just got shot in the abdomen. And I'm like,
absolutely
a little
not.
fucking, I should call the police on you guys. You guys should be in jail right now.
You should be in jail.
You should be
in jail. And
like, how dare you call it a little pinch? That's like when have you ever gotten laser hair removal?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it would hurt on you because you have dark hair, but like even anyone, their hair color in the very beginning when it starts, they're like, it's going to be like little rubber band snaps. You feel it in your fucking spinal cord.
Absolutely not.
Like, you feel it go all the way up your spine. I'm like, this is the most painful thing in the world.
Life is hard enough as a woman.
Yeah.
I don't want to add one more thing. And this is the thing. Don't get me started on some feminist fucking rant. This is the thing about that men will never understand.
Yeah.
Because it's like the shit we endure and how little we do anything about women, like how little research there is in women's health,
They just started looking into us.
So barely.
They just started taking a peek. They're like, you know what? All this research about sleep, they're like, people need 8 hours a night. That was based on men. It's like women need 10 hours. It's like, okay, so we're completely different and nobody's even looked into it. Nobody's taken a peek.
Our mental health issues are completely different. The way that like autism affects women is completely different than it is men, ADHD, all of it. And then they go, oh, we'll just put this rod in you. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, we're going to throw a metal rod up your pussy.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
You can't have our kids.
Yeah,
we don't want you to reproduce. You know what I think every man should have to do? Get like a tattoo from under their armpit down like the side of their leg and then have to get it removed. Because tattoo removal, I think, is the most painful thing in the world.
Yeah.
And I just think
that men should have to endure.
That men should have to do it just because we have to do everything else.
That's actually not a bad idea.
It's not bad.
Because
it's the only thing aside from dissolving lip filler. Dissolving filler, lip filler. Have you ever done?
A million times. And you know what? It does not. And I'm not even saying this to be like, I don't know. It doesn't affect me. It's not that bad.
Okay. So you're unusual.
I don't know why.
Yeah. For me, it was removing tattoos and dissolving lip fillers where I'm like, this should be a torture tactic for war.
Yeah.
Like it made me you know when your eyes you're crying, but it's like you're not emotionally crying. You're just
yeah.
It was the worst thing in the world.
Do you have filler right now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yours looks good.
Yeah.
Mine, because you know how I went so crazy when I got it?
Oh, baby, do I remember?
Yeah, so yeah. When I was like in my cartoonishly insane phase, it like...
Well, I'm also the one who told you to get lip filler. Remember?
Did you tell me to get lip filler?
Yeah, I told you should get your little... Probably right after that podcast, I said you should probably get lip filler and get sober, and you did both, and then you did too much of one.
And then I did too much of one, and then I relapsed.
Yeah.
Did too much filler and then relapsed, but... because I got so much so fast, it like stretched my shit out.
Yeah.
And now I just have like, no matter how much I dissolve, there's still like a pocket up here that will not fucking go away. And so whenever I get filler now, it like goes right back up into that area.
Yeah.
And it really, it makes me mad.
You should go to my girl. I always try and send you to my people, and you're like, I'm going to get a Groupon. And I'm like, Gabby.
Well, I think they look good now.
No, they look great.
They're fine great. Now.
Everything on your face looks perfect. Don't touch it.
I do kind of want some Botox in.
Okay, fine. Yeah, you got a lot of movement.
Yeah, right.
But it's kind of nice to be able to emote, because when you're flat and you're not doing anything, you don't have lines.
Yeah.
So it is nice, especially as a comedian and somebody who wants to act, to be able to move your face.
Yeah.
Because every time I get Botox, I tell her, like, make sure I can still look mad. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I always go get rid of all of it.
Yeah. You're like, freeze me.
It is. I do feel how it is, like, how it's affecting my face. Like, I feel like I don't emote as much anymore.
Yeah. But do you think part of that is because you're just becoming an apathetic person?
Possibly.
Yeah. I think we like lose the will to give a fuck. And then like, it's like between Botox and then just like the overstimulation of like the world being too much. I'm like, I can't muster a fuck. It's not in.
I can't muster.
If I went through all these beauty torture things you girls have described, I wouldn't have the will for anything either.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so painful that I'm just like, if I'm gonna sit there while somebody puts what is that long needle? A candula needle in my face to look. I go in and I look. Can you pull up a candula needle? Candula.
For what's that for?
It's for Sculptra. It's for filler. But a candula needle is fucking. I'm like, I'm gonna go through this to look 6 days younger.
I've never had Sculptra, but I have had face filler.
Sculptra is okay. Candula is the long one that they go.
Yeah, I've had.
Can you do a candula video? Because they like go all in. My sister. So after my dad had his open heart surgery, so my sister was me and my sister were both there for everything, and my sister was in the room with him. Like, she has a stomach for shit. Like, she can like, I had to leave. Like when they had to like pull the tubes out of his chest, I was like, fucking get me out of here. No, can't do it. My sister was there. She watched everything. She's like very curious. She's a scientist. She wants to know stuff. So in the same trip, we went down to my plastic surgeon friend in Chicago, Eric Anderson, who's a genius, and I love him so much.
Who I really want to go to when I get tits.
Yes,
who I will go to.
You have
eventually.
to go to him. I mean, he's like going to give them to you for next to free.
I know.
You don't have the next to free.
No, I do, but it's
not for tits.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. It's like, but I still could. I have like, I'm doing okay right now, but my other thing is like, I'm also just low-key afraid. I'm afraid of I've never had plastic surgery. Yeah. And I'm afraid of it a little bit.
I validate that fear. I feel the same way, because I have been going back and forth, like, I want a boob job, and then I land on, I think I'm just bored. Yeah. And I don't actually want, you know what I mean? I'm like, I look at Brianna Chicken Fry and her big fake tits and how good they look. And I'm just like, oh, she looks so good. It makes your waist look smaller. It makes everything. But then, okay, here's the candula.
Yeah, it's a big fucking.
It's a big fucking needle. Yeah, okay, so it's like that girl has to hold like a little vibrator on her chin so she can't feel like this going. Anyway, you get the gist.
Yes, yeah. No, it's horrible. Yeah.
But I go back and forth, and I'm like, do I want boobs? Don't I want boobs? And when I ask my boyfriend, he's like, you don't need them.
You don't, because you do have good tits.
I do, but I'm like, I want them bigger, but I also don't want scars. It's a whole thing. But anyway, we went to Eric to get. My sister had really bad melasma and just has never really, taking care of her skin. Yeah. And I was like, let's go get a CO2 laser. Let's get you some Botox. Let's like fix her up a little bit. Yeah. And we took her in and she did her thing. And then while I was doing my thing, he did Sculptra. And my sister was sitting there watching everything, and she gagged when she saw the candula needle go, and she's like, ugh. And I was like, you just watched tubes get pulled out of dad's chest. And she's like, that was so much more disgusting because you could see the needle like poking
through the skin.
Through the skin. Yeah, like different
moving
parts.
around.
Yeah, moving around under the skin. She's like, Brittany,
Absolutely
that is fucking disgusting. But I have to show you the before and after for Dr. Eric with my sister because it is.
Please. I love before and afters.
It's unreal.
So
I'll post it in on the video too.
She had really bad melasma. Was it one treatment?
Yes. Look at this bitch.
Wow, that's wild. That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
What did she? Okay, so what did she get done?
She did a CO2 laser and like a little bit of Botox. That's it. She looks like a different person.
It like brought her face up.
Yeah. Well, because the CO2 laser, I mean, it gets rid of all of your, it's a very invasive laser and it gets rid of everything. So it's like it makes your body naturally produce more collagen, which is naturally going to like tighten everything and make it look
one
better.
session.
One session.
She doesn't have to
But it's an intense laser. Like if you were to go get it in LA, it's like an $8,000 laser. But
whoa!
He can just do it for like.
Is that much?
I think it's pretty fucking, unless it's dropped. Mike, can you check the cost of a CO2 laser, please?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Is it the kind that like makes you peel for like months and months?
Not months. Okay, so yes, if you get the intense version of it, we got like it takes like a week to heal. Wow. Yeah, 5,000 to 9,000.
Dude.
And so there's two different settings. We did the lowest setting, which means your face looks like hamburger for like 3 days, and then it takes like about a full week to heal.
Okay.
There's another setting for if you're older, or if you have a ton of damage, where it like fucks you up. And that one takes like a month to heal, but then afterwards you look like a baby. Like my friend's mom got it and she was beautiful. I mean, she like, did upkeep, but she was older, 70 something. Yeah. And she got it done. And when she was done, she looked like she was 50. I was like, what the fuck? Who are you?
It's crazy that skincare is like the number one thing.
Yeah.
Like I think like that kind of stuff it makes you look younger than Botox and filler.
Yeah.
If you're getting the right kind of skin procedures done.
Yeah. Well, I think Botox and filler too are tricky because like unless they're done really well, they can make you look older.
Yeah. And there's a trend now in celebrities where they're all getting their shit dissolved.
Because it makes you look old. Well, it was also a trend to have it. You know, it was like the BBL and filler era. And now everyone's like back to like trying to be stick thin.
Yeah.
And like Kate Moss and like.
BBLs are bad.
They're horrible.
BBLs are so bad.
Did I hear? Was it you talking about how they smell?
Maybe. But I mean.
I think I saw in a clip you were talking about how BBLs smell.
It's like a thing. Yeah. I don't know if that's actually true.
Or if it's just something you saw on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's like a girl with a BBL just farting and you're like, these smell. And I'm like, she's dropping ass.
She's just literally sitting around sharding herself. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard that they smell.
No, a healthy BBL shouldn't inherently smell. But I guess, I mean, if you're going to like Mexico and getting some like bootleg doctor to do it, then like anything's gonna smell if it's infected.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah,
isn't that right?
Isn't that right?
You know what I'm thinking about right now is how like when men do podcasts, it's like all they do is talk about food and sports, and then we're sitting here, it's like all we talk about is like
injections and
which I fucking love, which to me is like the most interesting conversation in the world. I love talking about procedures and medication.
Okay,
those are my two favorite things.
We hit them both.
So
the podcast is over. So honestly,
the podcast is over.
It's time for us to wrap it up.
So you're only on Lexapro.
I'm only on Lexapro, 5 milligrams.
5 milligrams.
But I mean, I truly, I've said it before on the I cannot believe how different I feel.
You were resistant for so long to getting medicated.
Unbelievably resistant because I was so sure that I could journal my way out of it, or I could walk 10,000 steps, or I could stare straight into the sun.
Yeah.
Like I was like, no, like we are on this, like we're supposed to be on this earth. We're not supposed to be miserable here. Like the way that like the consumerism of the world has made us all miserable. I'm like, it's just that I just need to go touch grass. And I'm like, I live on Olympic Boulevard in Los Angeles.
That's
There's not enough grass I could touch. I could lay.
And the grass that you could touch is covered in asbestos and dog shit. So
exactly.
It's like.
Exactly.
And that's the thing is like, I get the argument for, being anti-medication and being like, we can holistically heal ourselves. To an extent, I believe that's true, but not in the conditions that we live in, not in, especially in the United States.
And I think it's so interesting too, because I was so like, I don't want to be on drugs. And one time my therapist just said to me, and like, thank God for her and her brutal honesty, but I was just like, I just don't want to be somebody who's on drugs every day. Like, I don't want, and she's like, and what were you in your 20s?
Dead ass.
And I was like, I was on Molly though. That's like fun.
It's a fun one.
That's like that like makes me like fun.
Yeah, that's so
She's
true.
like, okay. She's like, you have needed drugs to be alive since you were 15.
Yeah.
And she's like, they just weren't legal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, now that you say that. No, but I really didn't think, and like people get sick of me talking about it on this podcast because I think it's tough. People that have never considered taking their own life think it's like a really dark thing to hear, and I don't want to like jam it down everyone's throat. I'm not kidding you. When I woke up in the morning, it was my first thought every day since the day I got sober.
Yeah.
The only time I didn't have those thoughts prior to that was because I was self-medicating with drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
But every day since I got sober, it was my first thought. And it was a thought I had pervasively throughout the day. It never went away. And I just thought it was like my personality. I was like, ooh, I'm just like, that's what I think about. And then I got on Lexapro and I'm like, oh my God, people are out here living like this?
Yeah.
Just like not thinking about it and just going about their lives and having kind of a good time?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy to me when I meet people who have never had a suicidal thought. Mm-hmm. People who are like,
I'm like, are you paying attention?
Are you paying attention? Have you, what? And I'm so jealous of that. Like my best friend.
Envious, yeah.
She's like that. She's somebody who just is like, doesn't struggle with mental health stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's like in her own ways has her own shit, but she's like not somebody that I would say needs to be medicated.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have that kind of, she doesn't have a like morbid like cynicism.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it blows me away.
It's nice.
It's
like a refreshing perspective. It's funny because I do this crowd work at my shows now when I'm talking about it because it is a tough thing to get into. And I'm like, I want to know who here hasn't thought about it.
Yeah.
And I was in Seattle a couple days ago and this guy was like, I haven't. And I was like, what do you do for work? He's like, I'm an analyst. And I'm like, what do you analyze? He's like, transportation. And I'm like, okay, tell me about that. And he's like, it's really boring. And I'm like, right. So how have you never once thought about like, I'm analyzing the speed of a train. What if I jumped in front of it?
Like first thought. First thought.
First, last, closing. That would be all the thoughts I had. And he's just like, I haven't. And I'm like, it's crazy. You can have a monotonous job. You can have an, and I'm not saying this to shade people, a generally uninteresting life.
Yeah.
And still be enjoying it. And what a gift.
What a gift.
What a gift.
It really, it's a brain chemistry thing.
Yeah.
It's just that you have.
Because I'm like, you look at us and our lives and we're so fortunate to do the jobs we do.
Yeah.
And be surrounded with the people we're surrounded with. Mm-hmm. And, then we go home at night after, performing to like huge crowds and bringing people joy. And we're like, should we end it?
So, yeah. Should I?
Is that the end?
Oh, should I just do it tonight?
Yeah, should I just do it tonight?
Yeah, I know. I truly.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And
But do you feel like your medicine's working now?
Yeah, but I still have, I still definitely struggle with depression.
Yeah.
I definitely struggle with like low self-worth, which I mean, also I can't rely on medication to fix that. It's like, it does help like quiet the loudness a bit, but there's still
softens the edges.
Yeah. But I mean, I still struggle with it.
Yeah.
Breaking through that, breaking through the low self-esteem I have not figured out how to do that yet.
Yeah.
It's
a life's work.
It really, yeah. And I think a lot of the negative self-talk too comes from, if we go down the, rabbit hole, it's a parenting thing. And then
100%.
It's like, and it's not to say that my parents didn't love me and weren't completely attentive parents, but my mom really struggles with her own mental health. Mm-hmm. And she has a lot of negative self-talk. Mm-hmm. And when you grow up with a mom who's negative self-talking herself, and then you hear that, and then she's doing it to me, but but subconsciously, mm-hmm. She's not, my mom was never you're a piece of shit who's not worth anything. It was more of the way that she talked about herself and life, and then me. I remember being so young and my mom saying things like, well, I could just end it all, and that could be that. So, and I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you saying that to a 9-year-old, you know? And she'd be like, that's life.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah. My mom would always say that too. She's like, well, you're going to miss me when I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I might take myself out of the game. And I was just like, what game?
What game?
What game? What do we play?
Your mom stood on business, 10 toes down. My mom still...
10 toes down.
Dude, 10 toes down. My mom still does it.
Imagine her suicide note just said, and I took myself out of the game.
Told you I'd do it.
It said sorry for the mess, which I think is funnier.
That is pretty funny. That's wild. That's wild.
The funny thing is, I know she was just talking about like the physical mess.
Yeah.
Of like having to remove a body from the house. She wasn't talking about the emotional mess.
Yeah.
It was like signed with a heart with like crazy hair. It was like love mom.
In a gel pen. Yeah. A sparkly gel pen.
Highlighter. There's a cow
kooky little drawings. Yeah. That's so funny. Man, it's I don't know. I think, and I'm sure, like you said, you probably talk about this a lot, but people, when I hear people say like, oh, suicide is so like such a cowardly thing to do, I think like, no, it's not. And I'll tell you, I don't think the reason I don't think it is because death is so scary. And to be like, nah, fuck it, I'll just do it. Like,
I don't think why do you think it's scary?
Death?
Yeah.
I personally don't think it's that scary, but the idea of just like being like, yeah, I'll just fucking
you get out of here.
Oh, yeah. Like that's so crazy.
That's
like
gang shit.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I'm like somebody who's like so depressed, but still, if I wouldn't be able to fucking jump off a bridge or, you know, whatever, because like that to me, it's like the act of doing it would take kind of a strong person.
Yeah.
You know, somebody who's just like, yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
That takes like, I don't know. Maybe that's a controversial take, but I'm like, that's kind of,
I think it is a controversial take, but it's something that I think too. I'm like, I think it's fucking gang shit to like get the fuck out of here. I also think it's like, it's not gang shit because it's deep depression that like,
right.
Luckily,
and then there's
we don't understand yet.
Yeah.
Because we're not there. But have you ever read the book Journey of Souls?
No, but I haven't, and I hear people talk. I know, and I've heard it's like a life-changing book.
It's a life-changing book, and if anyone thinks death is scary, you'll read that book and kind of be excited for it.
Yeah,
you'll be like, "Oh, this is gonna be lit."
Yeah, I know. I have it. I've been meaning to. Well, dude, it's like that's what's so funny to me about religion is that like they're so like really religious people are so obsessed with death. You know, they're like, this is just the temporary. We're just doing this to go live in God's kingdom.
But I think the difference with religion and what might be what really happens, and religious people are going to get mad for me saying this, but like religious people use their religion to dictate how you're supposed to live here in order to get to a place that's peaceful. And here's the truth. I mean, from the book and what, you know, whether or not people want to admit that's true, but like, if you do abhorrent shit while you're here, and some of this is rooted in like the 10 Commandments, like if you kill somebody, if you abuse minors, if you rape people, like if you do horrible shit, the way that the book talks about it is that like you don't get to just go to the light and be with your family and friends. You don't get to go like hang out with your loved ones and like look back at your life and be like, oh, like what did I do wrong? What did I do right? Like you don't get to have that. You do get put into a darker place that's more like a purgatory, or how like biblically purgatory would be described, which is like you have to sit here. And if you were bad enough on earth, like Jeffrey Dahmer or somebody who like
Saddam Hussein.
Or like serial rapists, serial murderers, like their soul is then in some capacity deemed unfit to ever reincarnate.
Yeah.
So like the soul's purpose is to keep reincarnating, to keep growing. And so the idea is that every time you reincarnate, your soul before you got here picked everything about your life.
Which is so wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like you picked your parents, you picked where you were going to live, you picked the hardships that you were going to have so that your soul could evolve. I know it's like we fucking picked this. I wouldn't pick it again. But it's like you did pick these things to grow in the way you need to grow so that when you do pass, you get to then like look back and be like, did I learn the lessons I was supposed to learn or didn't I? And whether or not you did decides whether or not your soul evolves to the next level. And the last level of not reincarnation, the last level of the soul is to not have to do it again. But like you keep coming back until you learn the lessons you're supposed to learn. And when you're done, you are, you know, you kind of meet with like I think they call them soul guides in the book. I can't remember, but you meet with them, you look back at your life and you're like, how'd I do? You know, like, did I navigate that right? Did I do the things I was supposed to do? And then you get to go be with your soul group. And then you get to decide again when you are ready to reincarnate. But like, if you're horrible, that's it. Like, you got your chance. You have to sit in fucking this horrible, dark place.
Yeah. Well, because, okay, with that being said, then like Hitler,
right?
Was he, you know, it goes, then I'm like, then were you something before all of that? Like, were you coming back, you know, before, and then you chose that?
Yeah. So I don't,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
I'm like, would you ever reincarnate knowing? But I think that's part of it. It's like the soul's decision. Like, you do get to make a choice how you live. I don't know that, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not up there running the show, but like, it's like, did he, because it's like he had a choice. Like, when he got rejected from art school 3 times, he had a choice to be like,
yeah, fuck it, let's take
it on the Jews. Am I going to kill 6 million Jews? Yeah. Or am I going to just try one more time to get into art school?
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing. Like, that was really the thing that kicked him into his, like, political journey, was like, he kept fucking trying to get into art school. And they were like, no, no.
And he wasn't even that bad of an artist.
He wasn't that bad of an artist. And it's just, can you imagine?
No, I can't imagine. Because then he like joined the army and he got all excited and he was like, oh, this is what it's like to have power.
But right, but like, he started from like the bottom of the bottom.
Yeah.
And like really maneuvered his way up.
And it's just like, did he choose that life?
Right. And so it's like, whether or not he knew when he was coming back down as that incarnation, if he was going to do that.
Yeah.
When he died, that's it.
Right.
You know, like you then do not get a pass.
Yeah. You're like an empty
You're
void.
like a husk. You're like a husk of a soul. You're supposed to, like, we are supposed to be of service to other people. That's our whole point of being here, is to be of service and to grow. And he didn't do a great job of either.
He sure didn't.
He failed the test.
I follow this this woman on.
Is this his art?
Yes.
Mike's playing. See,
it's like,
I would let him into school.
Yeah, I'd let him into school. Are you kidding me? Especially if you knew he was going to fucking commit a Holocaust. Yeah. Let him in.
This is not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's fine.
This is what happens when you squash an artist's
dreams. Yeah, listen to artists, because they'll start doing some crazy shit, dude.
This is honestly,
I couldn't do that.
I couldn't do that. And you're an artist.
I'm an artist.
You're an actual artist.
Yeah, I can do that.
Just start decorating the podcast studio with these
prints.
Yeah. I followed this woman on her name. What is her name? Cindy
Lou Who.
Cindy at Rowan Tree Groves or something on TikTok. But she's like a psychic medium, and she does all of these, you know, she calls them peeks, where she'll like peek in to a deceased person's wherever they are. And she did one on Hitler, and she was like, so I did this peek, and she was like, it was as if he was surrounded by shattered glass, and you don't see him, but there's like an essence of him. And what he communicated to me was like, I'm not Hitler, but I'm the essence of what was, and I don't exist anywhere anymore. It's just kind of it's like what you're describing. Yeah
it's like the soul doesn't get to keep going. It stays somewhere, so it doesn't like come back. But it's like you get the chance to grow in the way you're supposed to, and then if you Hitler out, that's it.
She did one on, was it not John Wayne Gacy? Obsessed.
Okay, and here's a running theory I have between John Wayne Gacy and Dahmer and some of these other serial killers. If we could have just not been so homophobic,
right?
I think because they're just closeted gay men, and it's the velvet rage of being like. Have you ever read the book The Velvet Rage?
No.
Very interesting book to read. It's about how much rage builds inside of it's specifically men raised in a world that's told that being gay is wrong. And so it's like this internal battle with yourself that you don't know. And the reason I was introduced to it was because Kenny, my gay bestie, when he was still just coming out of the closet, like we were friends from the transition to like him coming out of the closet, he had a ton of rage.
Yeah.
And he would like get drunk and like throw shit and like be so angry and violent. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then he showed me that book and he's like, try and understand that like there's like violence inside of me because I've been told my whole life that like I'm not supposed to be this way and I am this way. And so I think that kind of is why we see so many gay serial killers, including Ed Gein.
That's who I was. Ed Gein,
Jeffrey Dahmer. So Wisconsin guys and John Wayne Gacy. These are all guys that are like they're like an hour and a half drive from each other. Like if you go like this up and down Wisconsin and Illinois, they're like right there. And it's like this like really homophobic part of the country.
Yeah.
That's been like, you cannot be fucking gay.
Well,
and these guys,
Gein wasn't gay, was he? Gein was just
he
like
was
a weird.
something. He was a sexual
He was like
deviant.
a weird schizophrenic.
Well, he was a sexual deviant though, because he was like, I would say maybe like an early version of a cross-dresser, because he like dressed in his mom's clothes, and then he like obviously made masks out of women's faces and like tried to be like, he was the most extreme cross-dresser of all time.
He was very bizarre. I mean, but he had that weird thing because like the mom was just like this radical
Catholic.
Was she Catholic?
I think so.
And she was just like so abusive and like just hated him, that he was a boy. She thought boys were, just like
evil.
Disgusting. And she's not wrong, but
and she's right.
She's right.
She had a point.
I don't know. And this woman did a read on him, and I guess what came through was like he was like, I just want to be forgotten, and the only reason that I'm like that I can there's like an essence of me left is because people keep calling on me. It's like every time somebody thinks of me.
Well, Ryan Murphy's not doing any of these people favors.
He sure isn't.
By digging it all up. And it's like reigniting the fascination, because it's like Ed Gein. Like I always knew about Ed Gein growing up and Jeffrey Dahmer because they were literally, Jeffrey Dahmer was 20 minutes away from my house.
That's so crazy.
My dad punched Jeffrey Dahmer.
I know, that's so crazy.
That's like, whatever. Ed Gein was like an hour and a half north. So it's like we always had like these stories of these killers, but like that's kind of it. And then all of a sudden Ryan Murphy just blew the fucking lid off of it. And it's like the number of people that have gone to Milwaukee to what's it called when it's tourists for like dead people? There's a certain word for it. But like all these people started showing up at Jeffrey Dahmer's. We call it in Milwaukee, we call it the slaughter lot, because it's like where his building was.
They took it down, right?
They took it down and they never rebuilt on it. And so we called it the slaughter lot at Marquette too, because it was like 2 cartwheels away from Marquette. They're like, don't go over there. It's like spooky
crazy.
vibes. Dark tourism. Yeah, tourism is what it's called. But the same thing happened when when Ryan Murphy did the Brothers in Beverly Hills.
So good.
What were their names?
Menendez.
The Menendez brothers. So I live really close to there, and I was just
really?
Very close.
I've always wondered where that house was.
It's right on Elm. It's like, I think it's 777 Elm or 477 Elm, something like that. It's very close to me. So I would go on these night walks where I would walk all around the neighborhoods, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to go by and see it. And thinking like, I'm going to be the only person who has this idea. But it was right after the show came out. There was like 50 people. The police were there. They're like, you need to leave. The house is like, I thought it would still be kept, like well kept for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's owned by like a Saudi family that is just laundering money pretty much. Okay. Like they put their money in. They bought the house a few years ago to like, I think they're Saudi or they're Middle Eastern of some sort, just to like move money and hold it. But it's Saudi. Like, it has like a silver chain link fence out front. It's like completely run down.
Nobody lives there.
Nobody lives there. And there was like all these people outside taking pictures and like looking, and I'm just like, yeah, this is so crazy. People are just like so fascinated with where horrific shit went down.
I know.
And it's a weird thing about our culture. Like we're obsessed with death, but we're also so afraid of it.
Yeah. And it's this thing because we like try to kind of make sense of it and like figure it out. And it's like, yeah, the morbid curiosity of like, if I figure it out, then maybe it won't be as scary. Or like, it's, it's also like anthropological to like think about what goes on through these, what drives people to do the things that they do.
It's also interesting, I remember when that series came out, it got a lot of attention, and I think Kim Kardashian got involved in like trying to get them pardoned, and I'm interested in what your take is on this, because like obviously the dad was violently abusing both of them. The older one got less abuse, the younger one got a fucking ton. but you still can't kill your parents. Like, what is your take on that? Because I'm just like, is death the appropriate reaction to that kind of abuse?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one. I mean, the guy was a monster. He was also, abusing, because he was the manager of that band Menudo, and there were a couple of cases of there was a young boy in the band who was also sexually abused by him. This guy was a monster.
Yeah.
No, it's like, I don't know. Is murdering your parents the answer? No, but I understand.
Kinda.
Here's the thing.
No, but
I understand, like, like, you're so tortured by these people, and it's like we also have these, animal brains, and it's like, I think the wires get crossed, and when you're in a lot of pain and you like need to do something about it, it's like your instinct is to take it out on the person that caused you the pain.
Right.
So do I think it's, morally sound? No. Do I blame them for doing it? Also no.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's an interesting thing, because I think what that case being dug up again brought light to an issue that wasn't talked about when they got convicted.
Yeah.
I think sexual abuse within family systems is something that gets ignored, and to a point that it's like, it is not sexual abuse, but I think any abuse of a child, whether it's physical or sexual, is what's wrong with the fabric of our society. Because like, you fast forward all of that, you look at every person who's mentally ill in any capacity, and you say, well, what happened when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Because that's it. It's like, okay, but how do we punish the people that are ruining our families, and larger than our families, ruining our society?
Right, because it bleeds into society.
It bleeds into everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's such a huge issue. And I was just like so grateful that when that came out, it brought light to that conversation, where it's like, do they deserve to be free? I don't know. But kinda.
And here's the thing.
I'm just like, I don't know. They got sexually abused by their father their entire life. They did something about it.
The mother did nothing.
The mom did nothing. They've now been in jail for 20-something years. It's like,
they're gonna die in jail.
Yeah. It's like, give them a chance to go out and make a difference and talk about this stuff, and talk
100%.
about how I handled this was not right, but this fucking issue needs to be handled.
Yes.
Like, as a society, we do need to open this conversation up, because I mean, like, even in my family, I'm like, the abuse that happened in my family system ruined my family.
Yeah.
Like, the complete fabric of our family was ruined from a ripple effect of abuse.
Yes.
And even my family doesn't want to acknowledge that. And I'm just like, it's such an interesting thing, because there's so much shame within family systems.
Yes.
They not always, but often protect the abuser because of the denial, because they're like, we don't want this
painful
narrative to belong to our family.
Yes. It's too painful to acknowledge that somebody that you're related to could commit such a heinous act, especially on a child. It's too painful to look at. So it's like, no, not art, not, no, no.
Not my dad, not my grandpa, not my
right.
Not
but
my
then
dad,
if you were to ask
like, okay,
your family I'm sure if you ask somebody in your family what they thought about, child molesters,
right,
what they should do to them, they'd be like, fucking lock them up, kill them, and it's like,
it's kind of like, it's not the same parallel, but it's kind of like cheating. It's like, if you ask somebody, what do you think of cheating? Everyone's going to say, it's fucking awful. You shouldn't do it. You should never do it.
Right.
But then when a person cheats and you talk to them about that, they're like, well, they like have excuses for it. They have reasons around it, where I'm like, it's this weird thing where we can look and point at behavior and be like, that's bad.
Yeah.
But if it gets too close to us, we then like have to like protect ourselves for our own image or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not including myself in somebody who's defending child molesters or cheating, but I'm just saying like when it gets too close, people then like change the narrative.
Right.
It's such a strange human behavior.
It really is. I think what's so difficult about acknowledging things that are close to you is that it rocks like your core beliefs about yourself.
Right.
Which is so, when your core is rocked, then it's like, well, then who am I?
Who am I?
I've
been living this whole life thinking this one thing, and now I have these facts that something else might have happened, and I don't like those facts. And so it's easier for me to dissociate and deny those facts,
100%.
which might be that like you have an abusive person in your family system, than it is to take that in and incorporate that into your story.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that you're right with in a case like the Menendez brothers, what is so important about them would be sharing that story.
Yeah.
And because there are plenty of criminals or people who have, gone to prison for whatever, murder and blah, blah, who get out and are functioning members of society, and they go on these they start going to colleges and having these talks and and they become speakers.
Yeah, and I think speakers, especially within the day and age of social media and how widely things get shared, I'm it would be really beneficial for them to be out in the world sharing their story.
100%.
And not only them, anyone else who's been through something similar. Obviously people aren't killing their parents because they've been abused, but I think I think it's just it's a tricky thing to talk about because it needs to be talked about, but I think it's so triggering. People that have experienced that kind of abuse don't want to hear it because they don't want to relive it. And then people that haven't experienced it, they're like, well, that doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky thing to navigate. And I don't think in our lifetime, we're going to see an answer to it, but I'm glad the conversation is getting started at least.
Oh, it's interesting too that people like the Menendez brothers ended up life behind bars, but then Gypsy Rose,
who killed her mom,
had that guy kill her.
Right.
But it's she was just as, guilty in it. And I don't blame Gypsy.
She became an icon.
She became an icon and everybody's turning on her because they're like, oh, she's crazy. And it's what did you think was going to happen?
Of course she's crazy.
Of course she's crazy.
Yeah. But didn't her mom have Munchausen by proxy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Sharp Objects on HBO?
No.
Oh, God, you have to watch it.
Okay. Yeah, never.
Woo! Munchausen by proxy is crazy. My mom had slight Munchausen, but not full blown. She liked to invent problems so we could get attention.
Yeah.
She said I had a broken blood vessel on my leg literally because I fell, and she convinced the doctor it's cancer, and now it's the only scar I have on my body because she got it removed.
It's so so wild.
She told me I do have slight scoliosis, the tiniest amount of scoliosis. She made me wear a back brace in middle school.
And then she was and then you have brain cancer. So in a case like Gypsy's, you go, what did you think was going to happen with the girl? She was wheelchair bound and told that she had leukemia her entire I don't know if it was leukemia, but the mom tortured her.
Yeah.
And now she's out in society and people are like, she's not a good person. Actually, we're realizing. And it's also, what do you fucking know? What
Also, define good person.
Yeah.
Who's a good person? I don't know one.
Yeah.
I literally don't know one. Every time, even Mother Teresa, I'm people are like, she's not. She was literally, the home she was running were criminal.
Yeah.
People would be dying and she'd be like, here's Advil.
I think that the only person I can think of who is probably the closest thing to an Earth Angel was Mr. Rogers.
He seems sweet.
He seems like maybe the only one. But again,
who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows what he was up to?
Who knows what kind of weird extremist beliefs he held deep down? Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe he didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. And that's the thing about people. I don't think people are good and bad. I think we have this conversation with ourselves where we're like, I'm a good person, right? And I'm objectively not great.
Yeah.
If you look at the things I've done, I'm not good.
Yeah.
I do my best, but I'm not good. I think we all have this belief. I think we have to tell ourselves we're good people or we're right or we're just.
Yeah.
To keep ourselves going. But I don't think if you look at our actions on paper, I don't think we're great.
No, totally. And it's also, it's one of those things too of what is morally just behavior? Because, it can be argued too that murder isn't bad. That's another take. I don't believe that, but that is an argument that people have of well, who are we to say that even why is that bad?
But then who gets to decide who gets murdered?
Right,
it's because the person who gets to decide can have their own agenda, and it's you even Mike's over here vaping, dropping his fucking weed. He's so sick of us. He's I have to be high to be here. I think you see it politically and across the world globally too, where there's atrocious things going on, and people will justify both sides.
Yeah.
And people will really believe in their core both sides of it. And I'm that's why I don't even get involved. I'm apathetic in terms of that, but I'm just like, yeah, because people will really, really decide that something is right or wrong. And I don't think any of us get to decide that.
No, and I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
I think you are right about that. And I get very like
wound.
I get very wound and I get very into my like, well, this is what I believe is right and this is what I believe is just. But I'm sure, you know, like also what the fuck do I know?
Really, what the fuck do you know?
What the fuck do I know?
Yeah. But I mean, it's like you do your research and you make your decisions and you stand on them. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you having a point of view. I can't be bothered to have one. I'm just like, there's too much. I'm like literally like la 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 la. I can't because it makes me, I like see people get stressed. You get stressed. You get
it burns you out.
Yeah, you get, and I'm just like, I can't give my lifeblood to something that I ultimately can't change right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. It's like, what's more important, loyalty or justice?
Yeah.
Because I think people can be loyal to, you know, a religion or a belief system or whatever, but then they ignore the fact that what that system is doing is not just.
Right.
Or it's not humane. And they are so blindly loyal to what they believe that they don't have the capacity to look at it through the lens of, is this what we're supposed to be doing
because it goes back to that thing of like, if they did and it wasn't what they thought it was, then who are they? So then comes the unraveling of like, wait, I believed in this thing my whole life and this isn't what I thought it was. Well, and you just kill yourself.
Circuit.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I can't.
People need things they need to cling to beliefs, and it's I don't know if that's, you know, right or wrong. I just think it is what it is.
Yeah, I just think it's human nature.
Yeah.
Mike, where are we at?
103.
Wow, what the hell?
And honestly, that was a fucking philosophy lesson, babe.
Yeah, what the
fuck was that? It's funny for like 5 minutes, and then we just like got into the deepest shit.
And people are gonna comment on this being like, everything they said was actually wrong, and
they're dumb and stupid.
I had these conversations when I was 13 and high.
Okay, we do have to do word of the week before we get out of here. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing in the world.
I'm excited for word of the week.
Would you consider yourself a vocab slut?
No.
See, you're niche smart in some areas. You're like weirdly good with history.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I care about it, but I wouldn't say you couldn't quiz me on something and I'd get it right.
I feel like you could with the French Revolution.
Maybe.
That you were like weirdly obsessed. Don't you have like the year of the French Revolution tattooed on your leg?
I am obsessed with the French Revolution.
Okay.
I wish I was. What do you mean? Okay, before you go, what do you mean by vocab slut?
I mean, like, do you know words?
I see. No, and I wish I did.
Okay.
And I wish I did.
All right, this word. It's easy. Do you know it? Wend.
Wend?
W-E-N-D. Wend. It's a verb.
No.
Means to go forward. To wend one's way is to proceed along a given course.
Wow. Okay.
Wend. You're gonna wend on your way, babe.
Wow, I've never heard
Hansel
it in my
and Gretel wending their way through the forest innocently had no idea what awaited them at the journey's end.
Wending their way through the forest. Okay.
Gabby Lamb wending her way through the world.
Abortion clinic.
Wending her way to the abortion
Wending her way through the abortion, on her way to get an abortion. Is that how you would? I've never heard that word.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go, wend.
Wow. Did you just pick that one at random?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was easy. No. I always do words that I don't know because I'm trying to get smarter. I feel like my brain stopped. It like became calcified. It used to be so plastic and like absorb things. And I used to have facts in there and I don't have a single fact and I have like 4 words. So.
Me too. I have 4 words.
Yeah.
I can't string together a thought.
Yeah.
I can't string together a sentence. It takes, I'll be in the middle of a thought and then I'll forget what I was saying and I'm like,
Every day. And I'm not even, I have nothing to blame.
Yeah.
Like I used to be like, oh, at least I'm on drugs.
And
now I'm just like, that's just who I am. Just like actually who I am.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you so much. Tell everyone where they can follow you.
Love you so much. You can find me on, I think I'm shadow banned right now, but
of course,
all forms of social media. Gabby Lamby, GABBYLAMBY. I'm on there. You'll have to type in my full name because they want to keep a good woman down. I love to keep a good woman down.
She has a great podcast called
Tea Time.
Tea Time. It's so good. She started it during the pandemic and it was fucking brilliant, and it's still going.
It's still we're still wending our way.
And you're still wending your way through the podcast landscape.
We're still wending our way through
I will
the
say I've
podcast.
had some people come to my shows being like, when you came on my last podcast, they're like, I'm a fan of Gabby Lamb and I now I love you.
Oh,
And
that's so cute.
yeah, there you have good
Really? That's
fans.
wild.
Yeah, it was only one. I made it seem like it was a lot more.
Yeah, you
but it
did.
was
You
fun.
made it seem like they were knocking down the door.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's sweet.
It was one person in Phoenix, Arizona, and she had a personality disorder.
That does fit your fan base, though.
And it does
She
fit my
was
fan
like
base. That's
so
100%.
anxious. She was like talking to me over her shoulder and like peeking. It was like the Kim Kardashian meme,
Yeah.
like peeking through a bush. She's peeking. She's like, I'm a fan of Tea Time anyway. Can you tell Gabby Lamb I said I?
That's
also
so
my
my
cousin's girlfriend is obsessed with you guys. And
Oh, wow.
when I was home last, she told me like almost secretly, she's like, I submitted a story and they read it. She's like, but I didn't tell Cody because it was about my ex-boyfriend.
Stop, that's
and I
cute.
was like, funny.
Wait, that's really cute.
Yeah.
The Tea Time fan base goes hard.
The
They
Tea Time
do.
fan base fucks.
There's 12 of them, and they
There's
ride.
a lot of
They
them.
ride
And they
till
ride.
dawn. Yeah.
They ride till fucking dawn. All right, I'm obsessed with you. Thanks for coming.
Okay, love you.
I'll never see you again because I'm moving to Florida.
And you're wending your way through Florida.
And
And that's on wending.
And that's on wending my way across the country.
And that's on
out
the
of my
Menendez brothers.
career.
And out of your career in wending.
Wending my way out of comedy.
Honestly, a dream.
And honestly, free the Menendez brothers. Okay, bye.